Yo, welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. Today on the show, we've got a Team USA basketball sneaker preview, Sir Lewis Hamilton winning for the first time in 2.5 years, John Cena retiring, this week's hottest release, and of course, our Hard Pass. All right, let's start with a preview of Team USA's sneakers. So, Team USA is currently in the feeling out period as they prepare for the Olympics in a few weeks. The roster is pretty stacked with veteran Olympians like LeBron James and Kevin Durant, players we've waited a long time to don the colors like Steph Curry and Kawhi Leonard, and somebody who is likely to cause a harmless international incident in Anthony Edwards. It's fun and games right now, but I wouldn't say a gold medal is a guarantee when you consider how talented teams like France, Canada, and Serbia are. But we'll worry about that later. For now, let's talk about the sneakers making their debut at Team USA's practice sessions and photo shoots and power rank them as they head into their exhibition games. Jordan 2. Oh, wow. These technical difficulties are coming back. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Anyways, signature shoe gets a Team USA makeover, and I have to say, it looks so much better when it's not matched up with uniforms that have green on it. It's like that shade of green just detracts from the overall look of the shoe, you know? But now that I see it in our home colors, it's not bad. Still last in the power rankings for non-petty reasons as far as you know, but yeah, it's last. Maybe if he wore the 3 like he does in the NBA 2K25 cover. Nah, that wouldn't help either. Cooper Flag's Duke-colored Nike Sabrina 1s. Look, we mentioned it a few weeks ago. If Cooper Flag is as good as advertised, there's going to be a Caitlin Clark type level of hype and attention being paid to the kid as he heads into the one and done season at Duke. And sure enough, he balled out for the select team, nearly led an upset against Team USA, and earned a lot of praise from the veterans. Expect plenty of coverage of Flag this coming college basketball season that's going to border on uncomfortable. Oh, not from the pundits or fans. They're just pumped that there's an American-born basketball player that has a chance to be great. I'm talking about the clowns who don't watch basketball, but were all up in Caitlin's business, giving her the title of GOAT and savior of not just the WNBA, but America. You know, culture war bullshit. Just giving everybody a heads up on that one. Anyways, those Sabrinas look nice. Wait, what were we talking about? All right, Joel Embiid's Skechers XKX float. It was going to be an uphill battle for Embiid and Skechers to not catch jokes. But if the former MVP can show out and post some big numbers amongst the world's best, he should be able to capture the normie crowd that doesn't care much for Nike or Adidas. Not sure if I know that many people who would fit that category if we're being honest, but it's something, which is better than nothing, I guess. Kawhi Leonard's New Balance Kawhi 4. Hey, I think we're all just happy to see Kawhi upright, hair a little looser, and playing hoops. Anything else, including 2 new colorways of the elusive New Balance Kawhi 4, is a bonus. You know, for a sneaker that's been out for a few months now, you don't really hear a lot of talk about it. Watch, if Kawhi wore, say, Action Bronson's or Jack Harlow's collab, that get more publicity from the sneakerhead community, which is a bummer because his signature shoe line with New Balance has been pretty good. The 4s have a lot of Reebok Answer 4 energy to them, and I can't place exactly why though. As is the case with everything Kawhi, everything is provisional because of his health, but hopefully he makes it. Hold on, what was that? What? Oh, seriously? All right, well, apparently he withdrew and will not be playing in the Olympics. This might be the most Kawhi moment ever. Devin Booker's Nike Book 1 PEs. Hey, look, a Nike Book 1 colorway that surely no one will object to or accuse of copying another classic colorway from the Nike archive. He's been alternating between the Keep It Simple red and white colorway along with the more USA-centric blue pair with the red swoosh and white midsole. But if you still feel the need to get your hater on, check out this all-black pair that I'm sure someone will say is a knockoff of the all-black Air Force One and the meme that's associated with it. People just love to hate on Book, and I don't understand why. Okay, that's not true. I kind of understand why, and it's mostly weirdo social media behavior by his detractors that I don't care to engage in. Next up, LeBron James's Nike LeBron 21s. Both LeBron and AD are wearing the 21s, and I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised. The Olympics has been a stage for LeBron to rock the latest in his signature line. In 2008, he wore the LeBron 6, and in 2012, he debuted the LeBron 10 in the very interesting, in retrospect, Nike Plus basketball experiment. Maybe he's saving the 22s, which has unconfirmed leaked images out there, for the actual Olympic tournament in Paris. Until then, I'd say these are very safe choices for LeBron and AD in terms of color blocking, although the threaded upper appears to have the iconic Nike Air Safari print, which indicates there could be more to this colorway than meets the eye. Steph Curry's Curry 12s. Speaking of keeping it safe, we are seeing the Curry 12s on the hardcourt for the first time, and I have to say, they look like a step up from the past few years. Ever since the formation of Curry Brand, we've been waiting for the signature pair that truly steps out from the Under Armour shadow and that UA logo that really doesn't belong on a sneaker. The UA logo hasn't been prominent on the past few Curry shoes, but the vibes sort of remained. For the 12s, I gotta say, this is a good effort so far, and I can't wait to get these for a closer look and a wear test. Then we have today's Nike Sabrina 2s and GT Cut 3. Is pulling double duty for Nike as he's been rocking the Nike Sabrina 2 and the GT Cut 3s in their practice sessions. With Tyrese Halliburton rocking another signature line, more on that in a second, might be the only one who wears something from the Nike basketball catalog, which is a far cry from the 2008 Redeem Team and 2012 squad, which was all about those hyper dunks. We also have Kevin Durant's Nike KD17. You can buy the Nike KD17 USA right now and rock them, which is more than we can say for KD as he's been sidelined with a calf injury. Hopefully it's not anything too serious and it's just a minor setback, because it would be a shame not to see the 17s in Paris. But if KD can't go, I can think of someone who did star in a Nike KD17 commercial who might be a good replacement just in case. It's Chet Holmgren, if you haven't figured it out. I thought the mention of the commercial would make that clear to everybody. Anyways, Bam Adebayo's Air Jordan 39. So the release of the Air Jordan 39 is fast approaching, and it'll be on the feet of the Miami Heat's All-Star. I expect that he'll be rocking the Parisian-inspired Lumiere colorway when the game tips like he's doing in these scrimmages. With the Air Jordan 39 taking a limited approach to colorways, I wonder if that type of bet will pay off for Jordan Brand. Of course, we have Anthony Edwards' Adidas AE1 lows. Team USA's most interesting player and most likely to have their feet covered up by a Nike athlete when it's time to do group photos is the Ant-Man himself, Anthony Edwards. After Jordan Brand allegedly took a jab at Edwards' clever Adidas campaign after the NBA Finals, I have to imagine the Three Stripes got to work and will have something ready for Edwards when the time is right. We already know he loves to needle Kevin Durant, but I wonder if he'll have something to say directly or indirectly to and the rest of the Nike guys. He's already off to a good start, declaring himself the #1 option on a team that has LeBron and Steph and KD and not Kawhi and AD. You know, the guys who have won NBA championships on Team USA. Tyrese Halliburton's Nike Kobe 4s. Come on. It's hard pass. Of course we're going to let the Kobe's win. While there have been a number of Kobe 4s in Team USA colorways through the years worn by PJ Tucker, Kyle Kuzma, PJ Tucker, Isaiah Thomas, and PJ Tucker, Nike managed to find a combination of blue, white, and red color blocking that hasn't been used with the same subtle safari print that's found on the Nike LeBron 21. More power to him, and hopefully John Make More Protros Donahoe actually brings these to retail. As an aside, I've been noticing that the resale prices for the Protros have been going down. So in one sense, the multiple Kobe Protro drops have done the job of dulling the resale value. So good job, John Donahoe, for doing the bare minimum. It's not enough. We need more Kobe Protros out there, and we need them now. There needs to be so many Kobe Protros that they are easily available for any kid who wants a hooping shoe, while grown Kobe fans who keep losing out to resellers can also buy the shoes whenever they are able to. All right. For our pick of the week, we have the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM Grandma's Driveway. These are going to be on the 20th for $150. And I'm going to be very interested to see how this performs. This feels like Jordan Brand capitalizing on the success of last year's Nike SB Jordan 4 and positioning the 4 as a bona fide action sports sneaker. At the same time, This isn't really that different from Jordan's previous efforts to remix their retros like the Jordan 11 Comfort or that one year when they got Flyknit happy on a few classics. But this time, they're calling it an Air Jordan 4 and pairing the new but old silhouette with Nigel Sylvester, Jordan brand athlete who has a few collabs in his resume already. The novelty of the Bike Air branding and the story behind the collab will probably mean that this will be a tough pair to get. But I wonder if future colorways will experience similar success. Will the Jordan 4 RM replicate the Nike SB Jordan 4's popularity, or will we see the non-collabs hit outlet stores like Comforts? Congratulations to Sir Lewis Hamilton for winning the British Grand Prix. I'm sure Pewma is more than overjoyed about the news. After a 2.5-year drought, Hamilton finally broke through for win number 104, and what a better place to do it than on his home race. Obviously, being new to F1 means we don't have the historical context, but we're going to do this anyway. If we had to compare it to other sports we've covered here on the show, it would be like when Tiger Woods won the 2019 Masters over a decade since he won his last major. Or Steph Curry winning his 4th ring and finally getting a finals MVP. Interesting. Throughout the show, I could mention my Lakers and their mini championships and the Warriors. How come when I say weird? Whatever. It's not that important. Anyways, congrats, Sir Lewis. Congrats to Roscoe Hamilton. Congrats to Mercedes for back-to-back wins after co-riders Niece's Future's ex-husband George Russell won last week. And most importantly, congrats to Pewma. You know, I've had many sleepless nights thinking about how I say Pewma on this show. No. It's true. It's true. I really feel like it's my duty to say it like Sir Lewis says it. And you know what? Sir Lewis didn't stop racing, even when there were times when the car wasn't good enough or he wasn't at his best. Who am I to stop saying Pewma just because? Actually, there's nothing really stopping me from saying Pewma. I just say Pewma just to say it now. The other big news to come out of the weekend was the debut of the F1 movie teaser trailer, and man, that looks good. It's like Top Gun Maverick, but F1, which makes sense because the guy who directed Top Gun Maverick is directing this Tom Cruise. Oh, wait, it's Brad Pitt. Considering Cruise has dedicated his actual physical well-being for our entertainment, I figured he'd be the one driving down the Sir Lewis Hamilton Straight in Silverstone in an F2 car that's dressed up like an F1 car. But then again, if it was Cruise, he'd probably demand to drive an actual F1 car and participate in an actual race. He'd probably take Sergio Perez's spot and no one would notice. It'd be like the Morris twins in the NBA when they swap places and no one notices. Yeah, that's one NBA conspiracy theory I'd be on board with. I'd be shocked and disappointed if it didn't happen at least once. Moving on. John Cena has announced his 2025 retirement tour, which is about as believable as any other wrestler saying they're hanging it up. Look, we don't want to be the haters here, but wrestling is the ultimate never say never fake sport. Nobody ever really retires. 16-time world champion and problematic Flav, Ric Flair, is still angling for a last match. Like, if we would let him, racist dumpster fire Hulk Hogan would be hulking up and beating Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes right now. As long as they think they can be booked, these workers are gonna work, brother. And Cena is no different. I mean, if you think about it, Cena hasn't competed in a full-time capacity in nearly a decade. So to hear him say this is his last run is like, yeah, he's been on his last run for a long time now. So no, I don't think he will wrestle his last match in 2025. If the time is right, the Hollywood thing isn't popping, and the money is even crazier than it is now, Cena would absolutely come back for one last match in 10 years. But that doesn't mean his fans, which is basically anybody under 30 who watched WWE growing up, shouldn't give him his flowers. He's more than earned it. So catch one of these dates and go see, well, you can't actually see him, but yeah, pour one out for the modern GOAT. And apologies to all the wrestling nerds out there who cringe at the thought of Cena being a GOAT. Not everybody can do 6-star classics at the Tokyo Dome. And as far as what Cena should do for his final run, here's a short list. 1. Win championship number 17 to break Flair's record, which will eventually be broken by Flair's daughter, but that's a story for another time. Triple threat at WrestleMania with Randy Orton and CM Punk for Ruthless Aggression Supremacy. Win a big gimmick match, i.e. Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank, etc. lose to Braun or Melo on the way out. And no, not that Braun or Melo, although that would be kind of funny. All right, it's time for this week's Hard Pass. We're going to take a look at something in the culture that just needs to go. Like pretending Jordan futures were not a thing. So a few days ago, I was not following my own advice and started doom scrolling on social media. I came upon this post by Nice Kicks, who reposted an attempt at a meme. It's not something I haven't seen before, but for some reason, it gaslit me. It said, y'all were wearing these too, I ain't forgot. The shoes in question, Jordan Futures, aka the 2014 version of the Air Jordan 4 RM. Like, was it a crime against sneaker humanity to wear Jordan Futures? I'm sorry. I didn't know we were not allowed to like it when Jordan Brand actually switched up the formula and turned their retros into actual viable lifestyle footwear. They learned from previous failures like the Jordan Fusions and created what could have been a real pillar for the Air Jordan 11 franchise. With the woven upper that was not unlike what we've seen in other Nike sportswear products like the Air Footscape, the Future felt like its namesake. Instead of rocking your 11s off the court, you could opt for something a little more casual like the Futures. And for a brief moment in time, that's what we did. Jordan Futures were the it shoe. Not only did Corradi and I receive multiple pairs from Jordan Brand and retailers like Champ Sports, we bought multiple colorways. It was a moment. You had to be there. But apparently this was a problem for some and they never forget. Okay, whatever. It's fine that you didn't like these then, but to deny their hold on the sneaker culture during that time? Nah, you're just lying to yourself. So what happened to the Futures? Well, Co-Writer's conspiracy theory is that Skip Bayless started wearing them, and that's when they fell off a cliff. We actually made a TikTok about that theory, and a bunch of Skip alt accounts popped up to defend their hero, so that kind of made our day. We had a good laugh about it in the studio, kind of like we have a good laugh when we spell it P-E-W-M-A in the script. Actually, the reason the Jordan Futures faded into the sneaker ether was the oversaturation by Jordan Brand. Once they realized they had a hit in their hands, they killed the market with too many colorways and gimmicks, like $400 premium versions and low cuts that failed to capture the magic. But just because it wasn't cool anymore doesn't mean it didn't happen. The Jordan Futures were a hot sneaker, then it wasn't, and we moved on. No need to call us out like you wouldn't have been rocking them if you had access the way that we did. Oh, and here's a small warning. Someday, in a few years, some kid is going to post the exact same meme but with different sneakers, and you're the one that's going to be gaslit. It's going to have 350s, 750s, 700s, and 500s, and you're going to hate it, and you're going to defend your Yeezys like we just defended the Jordan Futures. And the worst part, you're not going to have Skip Bayless to blame on it. All right. That's going to do it for the show. Thank you for watching Hard Pass. I am Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week. If you'd like to possibly be featured in a future episode, call us at 818-493-9325. Leave a short message, your socials if you want, no more than 30 seconds. All right. I'll see you next week. Peace.